Once upon a time. Hi everybody, I'm Cherish.
And I'm Joy.
And we're
Twosicals Musicals.
Yay! And we're here because we saw New York City Center's Encores, Into the Woods. Woohoo!
Woohoo!
I think this is on our list since like 2020 or something. No. It was been a while. Was it 2020?
No,
that was Thoroughly
Modern Millie, then that didn't happen.
Right.
So,
but still, when they announced Into the Woods, we were like, we in there. Oh my god! And my coworker so nicely got tickets for me. So thanks for that. But oh my god. Ooh, this cast. So the cast has some like changes than what was originally like announced. For example, Christian Borle was supposed to be the baker, but then we got Neil Patrick Harris, which at first I was kind of like, oh, I kind of want to see Christian, but like he was fine. He was great actually. It was very funny, and also Cinderella was originally?
Not Danae, right?
No, I don't think so. It wasn't Ashley, was it?
Maybe it was Ashley.
It was Ashley Park. Maybe Ashley Park. And we got Danae Benton, who's currently, not starring, great, because it's a show, but, starring in The Gilded Age, so she's just fresh in our minds, and she's, like, perfect, but then you also know her from, like, Natasha Pierre, which we're not very familiar with, but we know she was in it, and, like, also, like, I guess she has a way, I guess she's kind of like Audrey in that sense, a way of, like, putting herself in, like, shows where you normally wouldn't see someone like her looking.
Yeah. Oh, and you might hear rain. Sorry, it's raining.
Yeah, it's a tornado. Like a tornado, I think that's what they're calling it.
Try to project my voice a bit. But yeah, so in the event to not make this video super, super long, let's get on with it.
Okay, so, oh my goodness. So, the show was at City Center. Their encores, their productions don't run long. Usually about a week, but this one lasted about 2 weeks. We called it the second to last day. We're really good with catching the second to last performances. We're really good with doing that. We sat in the mezzanine. We sat left mezzanine.
Mm-hmm.
But our view was like great. It was not partial at all. It was actually really good. And we also, I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah, good thing to know about City Center, they have leg room.
Really good seats, actually. Like, just, like, comfortable. So, it's really nice that way. The set was very minimalist. There was, like, an orchestra on the stage.
They were in the middle of the stage.
In the middle of the stage. So, there's kind of like I don't know if you would say like a runway.
It was like an actual pit, though.
Yeah, but, like,
a sunken.
No, they were little raised or they sunken in?
Were they not sunken in?
Maybe because there was like little like kind of like runways, I would call it, like around them, and then like the front
little stairs or ramps
that they use. Also funny about the orchestra was you could see them like enjoying the show like the whole time, like just like, well, how could you not look at Heather? Specifically, it was like the guy in the French horn, because poor guy, he had like the beam there, a tree. And he was looking around the tree to watch like Heather and stuff like that. So that was funny. And then the guy on the violin, I think it was violin. He was like laughing a lot, like and smiling. So that was fun. You want to talk about the set?
Yeah. So everyone knows that Into the Woods opens up with like the three houses: Cinderella's house, Jack's house, and the baker's house. Well, Cinderella, baker's, Jack's house, and above they had these like hangings of like what they
were like dollhouses.
Their cottages look like little hanging, and I like that because in the second act they added like what their houses look like now that they all got their little razzle dazzle in their lives, like their wishes, so to speak.
Yeah,
like Cinderella had like it was like castle. Did they change hers?
Yeah, it was changed.
They changed hers, right? Yeah,
she had a.
I can't remember what hers looked like
when
they changed it. I know the bakers had like a baby sign, and
Jack had like gold hanging
like,
from his.
Yeah,
Dang, what was Cinderella's now?
Now I cannot remember. Anyway, so that's they kept that there in the beginning, and then they brought it back down again for the beginning of the second act. I love that.
I didn't think I'd let a prince. Like,
so yeah, well, the set was very, the trees. When they started singing Into the Woods, like these trees came down.
They're supposed to be like fir trees or like birch trees. They're like white.
Yeah, they came down.
I don't know what type of trees they're meant to be, but
a little around the set a bit
at different varying heights and things like that.
And that was it. That was the woods. Like that. That's really all they had. Besides like a stool for sitting,
a stool and a cart,
for the baker. Yeah, that was it. It works. I think Into the Woods is such a well-known show. Like, you can there was a Tumblr for minimalist Into the Woods because you can literally have nothing,
right?
And the show will still work.
Yeah, show slaps so hard. Oh my god, Sana! Can't believe that man is gone, man.
Sure. Shall we do favorite moment?
Sure.
All right. So Act 1, Cherish really liked the part where they're like, save some sweets for Granny. And the woman that plays, well, she a woman? She a teenager?
No, she's not a teenager. She's young.
Who plays Little Red? What's her name? Why can't I find her name? Oh yeah, Julia Lester plays Little Red. She's so funny.
Yeah, apparently she's like, if you watch High School Musical, the series. She's in that. I know people are very excited to see her in Into the Woods. I'm not familiar with her, but she's funny. Oh my god. It was the face she made. It was like, make sure you save some of those sweets for Granny. And she just gave him just
deadpanned it.
And she's like grabbing more sweets. Hilarious. Great choices. Love that for her. 10-10, no notes.
And Act 2. Oh, so I didn't know there would be like a community like aspect to Into the Woods. So like at the end, and like children will listen, like these like, and I read in the playbill like these senior citizens from like Lenox Hill like senior center and like these public school students in Queens came out and sung at the end, and I was like, oh, that was nice. It gave me Hercules vibes.
Yes.
The community aspect,
but in Hercules they would utilize more.
This was just like at the end.
Is just at the end, which was really cute. They were like children.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh my god. Oh, I would never not. We love Milky White. I like how Milky White becomes their own like character. And Into the Woods,
I know
it's a cow, but like,
and I guess there are like different ways you can like play Milky White. Like, it's like sometimes it's like actual like actors like in like a cow suit playing Milky White. I think that's what it was in like the revival with Laura Benanti. And then in like the original with Bernadette Peters, it was like more of like a statue, more of a like a solid like statue was what Milky White was. But in this production, Milky White is this puppet who's literally like the bones, which I think is perfect because like Milky White's supposed to be this like skinny cow that like is not fulfilling her purpose anymore, and like, oh my god, just props to who's the puppeteer again?
Kennedy.
Kennedy Kanagawa.
Yeah.
He. Oh my goodness. And then like, so I guess there's like different types of puppetry too. There's like puppetries where like you become the puppet, and then there's like puppetry where like you're like separate, like from the puppet. You're also like a vessel for the puppet, like kind of.
It's giving me Warhorse vibes.
It was oh my god, perfect. It was so funny because, spoiler alert, when Milky White kills over, he went shocked, and then he just like legs it and like takes off the stage, and I mean the audience was rolling. Okay,
we had a great audience. The audience was here for this production.
I mean, as soon as it started, it was just never ending. At first, I was like, they're not gonna let these people start the show. We just kept clapping and clapping and clapping, and the poor conductor was like, okay, all right, now, screw it. I'm just gonna play the music. They're gonna have to settle down now. Like, it was funny.
Yeah, we also like Milky White when when they
Milky White.
when they tried to like trick the witch into like this
thinking
was
they had everything.
a Milky White, because it was just like kind of like cardboard, and then kind of like just dragged it, and it made like this screeching noise. Like,
and what did Neil say? Neil said, "Oh, it sounds like you're Rapunzel."
Yeah,
like so nice. Again, people lost it.
This production seemed very campy.
Yes,
it was very heavy on the comedy.
Yeah,
and I noticed the one from the 80s with Bernadette Peters. It was very dramatic.
Yeah,
it had a lot of funny moments too, but it was very like literally it was very dark, and this one was very like funny.
Mm-hmm.
Like
it was
like you could turn it into a sitcom kind of.
No, really.
Like if they turned Into the Woods into like an adult cartoon, like it would be hilarious. Like this was giving me like. Everyone was just kind of like, yeah. The mysterious man.
First of all, wait, who plays the mysterious man? Do you know?
I don't remember his name. No.
Oh man, Joe, I thought you might.
I'm sorry, I don't remember.
Absolutely, our playbills got wrecked.
David Patrick Kelly.
Okay, he did this thing where he's like, When first I appear and he like I see mysterious and like I lose it, and then like because he keeps introducing himself like every time someone stumbles upon him, and he like and then like but then like after a while he starts getting like cut off, so he like starts doing this like and they're like stop like, and it's just like
and then he would go and then they would look and then he would like run off. It was hilarious. Hilarious.
It's kind of hard to explain, but man, that was...
Literally loved everyone in the show. I love Into the Woods. It's such an ensemble production.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I think that's so important in data these days, that shows need to be ensemble productions, because it kind of shows that like for like everyone working together.
Right.
Like, I love shows when like it cannot run without somebody.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like when everyone is like works together.
Right.
Loved like, oh my god, Heather Headley. This is our second time seeing Heather. We saw Heather last when she came back to Broadway in The Color Purple.
Yeah, so this was a few years ago.
Man, Heather.
That lady, man. Also,
there's some people meant to perform.
No, really. Really, really. She was like, I mean, think of your witches. Heather was like, I mean, Bernadette was amazing, obviously, right? The blueprint. But Heather was like, first of all, she has that like great like Caribbean accent that you could just like hear, so like that added just like a level to it. And then she's like, I was telling Joy, she moves so slow the whole show, like when she's like the ugly witch, and then but she wanted everybody else to be in a hurry, and I was just like, just like the perfect like contrast where like she moved like this, but then it was like get over here, like go do this, like hurry up, like things like that, and like everything was like urgent, but like she didn't move like it, like
it has it so intense.
Oh my goodness.
And I knew that from The Color Purple, like she could be very intense, so it's just like perfect for the witch. Perfect.
Oh my goodness.
Oh man, who else really stood out to us? Oh, Rapunzel's prince really stood out to us. His voice is gorgeous.
Oh my goodness.
For him to be so young, he had like one of those old classic voices you just don't hear anymore.
He sounded like a prince.
Yes, he sounded like a prince. Like he needs to be in a Rodgers and Hammerstein show.
For sure. And I also just loved his like look. He had this like
he had a bun,
like a bun.
Like, oh man, like I love it. I love when they do like diverse casting, because it's just so like.
Speaking of diverse casting, we got Danae Benton as Cinderella.
Love her. Shireen as Rapunzel. Her voice was like so like ethereal, right?
Ethereal.
Yeah, that.
Ethereal.
Anyway, she sounded like Rapunzel.
Rapunzel's Prince, Johnny Donica.
Rapunzel Prince.
Her sisters, Cinderella's sisters, were great.
Gavin. So Gavin again. Gavin's so funny.
Yeah.
I would say I said to church, I thought Gavin like vocally was miscast, and we all know Gavin can sing. That wasn't the case. He sounds great, but compared to Jordan, who just sounded like such a prince, like Gavin doesn't sound like a prince.
I get what you mean.
You know what I mean? Like Gavin sounds like he can sound very romantic. He can sound very like like Gavin does have a lovely voice. Like
this hello little girl cracked me up, because like it went from like what is going on to like full on song and dance.
Yeah,
what?
Gavin like completely like he was so funny. I love Gavin though. Like I thought he did great as Cinderella's prince.
Mm-hmm.
Like he totally did his part in that regard. I just thought vocally he was a little bit contrasted with Jordan's voice. It just was like, they have very different voice types for sure.
We saw how good Sarah Bareilles is. I mean, okay, first of all, you have to understand. Like back when Joy and I were like up until like 8 in the morning watching like BH1 and like Sarah's love song was like on the VH1, I would not believe that we have seen her on Broadway as many times, like in theater as many times as we have. Like I just can't wrap my mind around that. But whatever. Love Sarah, she's great. Girl can't keep a man, can she? She's Louise or a baby. Well, I guess she kept it. Well, she had a baby.
She had Lulu. What else? Who is that? Well, I mean, we loved everyone, really. Oh, I love how they did. Oh, I meant to mention. I love how they did the giant.
Oh yeah.
They had the guy who plays Milky White and the guy who does like the birds puppeteers had to carry around these big like giant like heels
like boots.
White shoe boots, and they were like stomping around as the giant. I loved it.
That was really good.
Very clever, right?
Yeah,
I love that.
I put one out for Rapunzel and Jack's mother. Actually, for the baker's wife too.
Yeah, this is our second time seeing Anne Harada. We saw her in Cinderella.
Oh yeah, she's Jack's mom. By the way, we were also saying we love Jack. By the way, too. Speaking also of colorblind casting, like this like wonderful like black guy. He what is his name?
Cole,
I swear I was just
Cole Thompson.
Okay,
I remember.
You
that.
remember that? Joy.
Yeah.
We were saying Kyle Scatliff would have been a great Jack.
Because
he can play that like you don't have the sense you were born with, like really, like so well after seeing him in like The Color Purple. His Harpo and his Jack, I feel like will probably take like similar avenues, but it was really great.
We had a good time. Our mom went.
Oh yeah, my mom. So this lady, when we told her we were gonna see Into the Woods, do you want to see Into the Woods? She's like, no thanks, it's okay. Nah. Like she didn't want to go. I guess she just wasn't interested in Into the Woods.
And we told her who was gonna be in it.
I told her who was gonna be in it. We know she's a great. A Heather Headley fan, like her recording fan. Like her recording artist era phase. She's a big fan of Heather, and like she goes, no, it's okay. And we were like, all right. Joy and I got our tickets. We sent her the video of her practicing.
What did I clearly say?
Stay with me, stay at home. Like with Shireen, and basically Shireen looked mortified and sounded mortified, and Heather was just giving everything. And this is just a little video that we saw, right? And we sent it to our mother, and she was like, oh, I'm so excited. I can't wait to go. I'm going to be there. And we were like, no, actually, you're not, Sherry. You're not going to be there because you said you didn't want to go. And everybody else wants to go, and there's probably no more tickets left. And she was like, okay. But, we can't. How we are about theater is we're in this time in our life, we're just like, we don't want anybody to miss anything that they want to see. Like, we definitely don't. We hate missing things that we, are interested in. And so we were like, all right. And we went down to City Center and we got her a seat. She was a few rows ahead of us, actually, but more left, so her view was slightly partial. She said she could see everything but the narrator when he's like standing at his podium, but that's about it. She didn't really miss much. Happy Mother's Day. So she got to see it. She was like, oh, I'm really enjoying it. Yeah, I bet you are. Like, we told you would. Anyhow, when will she listen to us?
Comment below, mother, since you watch these videos. When will you listen to us? Okay. So, let's show stuff.
The merch. We got a t-shirt. It looks like the playbill. We got City Center on the back, Encores. got, thank you, in the bag, FYI is over there hanging up, this lovely window card, which is wrecked because, of course, the night we went, it started storming. And City Center doesn't have plastic bags for their window cards. They have paper bags. Why? Okay. Maybe I have to make another video addressing this. But, like, here's what I want. Who would I need to talk to? Where do I send the email? Creative Goods? We would like window card bags with a ziplock and a handle. I know they exist because we got one at Cursed Child. So, if the other theaters can implement that, that'd be great. Now they're giving us the peel back with the sticky stuff, which is great, okay, but also it has no handle.
It's not ergonomical.
It's not ergonomical, so now I'm walking around like this. It's not helpful. Anywho, that's my little rant.
And we got this tote
as someone who buys merch. The cow was white as milk, the cape was red as blood, the hair was yellow as corn, the slipper is pure as gold.
Cute tote bag. Small.
It's small.
Cute though.
Ask us about our magnet. Oh, that's right. We don't have a magnet. They ran out of magnets, so now I got to order one online to pay for shipping when I was just at the venue. You know how we feel about our merch when it doesn't go our way. Anyway, I would say go see Into the Woods, but you can't. So sorry. It was amazing.
Though I do hear a rumor that it will be transferring somewhere.
Maybe. Please. Because we got to see Danae in that yellow again. Yellow is her color. Oh my gosh, she got to wear her natural hair, her haircut. I was like, yes. And my mom, who also wears her hair similarly, well, lowly, more lower than Danae's actually, was like, wow. Because, like, when do you see that?
Representation, man.
Anywho, thank you all for watching. Bye.
Bye. I wish.